Welcome to the show with Joe, and we are doing the Sports Women's WNBA Top 10 of the Week. Let's get right into it. It's always a crazy week, right? The WNBA just has been blowing me away. They have crazy week after crazy week, and this week is no different. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So without further ado, number 10. Former NBA first-round pick Enes Kanter Freedom has declared for the WNBA draft. My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria. Based on current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring for my eligibility for the WNBA draft. That is insane. So, Sophie Cunningham really pushing the ball here, saying she's not for this. And now, with the backing of some of these NBA players, this feels ironic. He's doing it in a way that's making him seem serious, that bypasses what is required to be drafted into the WNBA. So let's see if there's any merit here. Let's see how serious this guy's taking it.
After careful consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion. Based on the current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring my eligibility for the upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I am definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any community or personal choices. I am simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent the very values many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for. My team and I are prepared to ensure these guidelines are applied equally, consistently, and without exception. And I look forward to the WNBA honoring its stated principles. See you at training camp.
Wow. So that is definitely something to keep your eye on in May 2027. What else happened this week? Number 9. Cut, reverse, put here. He also has threatened legal action if not allowed to play based on the current rules in the WNBA. Number 9. If you're curious what the criteria is, maybe this is part of 9 too, by the way. If you're curious what the guidelines actually are to declare yourself for the WNBA draft, Section 1 player eligibility, only players who are women are eligible to play in the WNBA. A player is eligible to be selected in the WNBA draft if she will be at least 22 years old during the calendar year in which such draft is held. She either has no remaining inter-college eligibility or renounces her remaining in collegiate eligibility by written notice to the WNBA at least 10 days prior to such draft. There's nothing really in here about women. It's kind of a critical error by them, like owning a business and then someone else buying your LLC. Number 8. Due to the comments made by Sophie Cunningham, just talked about the Kanter thing, but due to her saying that trans kids shouldn't be in basketball, there's another rally that was planned in Chicago. This is the 5th Sophie rally that has either occurred or been planned, with another already set for New York, August 22nd. And here's Sophie's response.
That article was written in February, and like I said, I still stand by what I said. I'll never go back on that. I think this is a great opportunity for the WNBA. They preach diversity and being inclusive, so what a great opportunity for them to actually be that. And so we don't always have to agree. We can still be kind. We can still thrive and be successful in the same area, and I think that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I have been doing.
What do you make of these rallies that have been going on for the last few games?
Yeah, I have honestly had nothing to do with them. I think it's people just practicing their rights of freedom of speech and doing what other fans have been doing since the WNBA has started. And so props to them. Props to everyone who's able to be confident and be bold and courageous enough to speak their truths.
What is that truth?
For who?
What do you think that truth is when you say that you support them coming to this rally or creating these rallies? Like when you say you support them living their truth or speaking their truth, what do you mean by that?
I think it's different for everybody. I think your truth is different than my truth, which is different from hers, his, hers, all that. And so I think anytime people are bold enough and courageous enough to stand by what they believe, I think that's awesome.
Sophie, is there any fear that you're causing a distraction for the team?
No.
Why not?
Because I think at the end of the day, I come in and I do my job. I think everyone who knows me personally, they know that I'm full of love, I'm bubbly. I love the people around me. I love basketball. I love inspiring the next generation and doing that in a positive light. And so that doesn't even cross my mind. It doesn't cross my teammates' minds. And again, I'm here to play basketball. But I'm also here to be me, and I'm not gonna shadow that or hide or dim my light just because maybe people don't agree with that.
They're kind of like brutal to them on interviews. Like they kind of talk down to them. I think, here's my hot take. I'm going to give it a year, but I think WNBA players should be paid more money. That's how the NFL players can flex. Like, what's his name? Cam Williams can go on and say, F this, we effing suck. But Sophie's been nothing but chill, and the reporters are grilling her. Like, what's that truth that they're all preaching? What side are you on? And then she's like, well, it could be for anything. Like, anyone can do whatever for whatever. So, yeah, that's something. Number 7. So Angel Reese is still hot at the charts here, still a ball of fire. Don't forget about Angel Reese here. Don't even think about it because she goes off.
Overall, they're 4 for 21 from the outside. Reese, bully ball, got it in the foul.
Killing it, right? Yeah. She's doing all that down 20. Number 6. So this coach showed up to a game with a hickey.
Flight into Chicago, an early tip for them. Bodies are still on West Coast time, so it's essentially a 10 a.m. tip-off for them, but they have really responded well.
Ooh. Number 5. After Enes Kanter had things to say about the WNBA and him declaring, Royce White says his wig is in the mail, says he'll also enter the WNBA draft amid trans athlete debate. So we're going to have an interleague where it's basically the NBA for 6 mans of the year, and we're going to have the NBA. What are we doing here? They could even change what the players are for the NBA. Here's the thing. They kind of have them. They kind of have the WNBA because if the players sue, these players, they're probably worth more than the WNBA itself individually. Let me fact check myself. Fine. Okay, I lied. WNBA is actually is now valued at $5.4 billion. That's actually pretty impressive. Wow, that's insane. I'm very surprised by that. I lied to you. But still, they don't want to. They got social change to drive for. So what are they going to do? That's the biggest question. It's what are they going to do? Are you guys going to make it so you can't say born male, right? If you guys are okay with trans athletes. So they're going to say, oh, you can't play WNBA if you previously played in the NBA? Maybe. But, oh, man. I just kind of can't wait to see what happens. I don't know what they're going to do. Number 5. Stephen A. Smith joins the conversation, sparks debate over the WNBA's latest controversy. He criticized Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve's Trans Kids Belong shirt, saying league figures should consider the impact on women's sports and sponsors. The comments have reignited the things online. All right, let's see. What's he say?
Pro women.
pro ladies. That's what this is about. You can't be a male, born a male, transitioning to female, and think that you should have the right to compete with women. Not in basketball, not in football, not in boxing, not in the UFC. Hell, not even in tennis.
I mean, that's a little not. I mean, the problem with that is, Stephen A. I mean, I get they're all about takes, but there's women UFC fights, and there's also intramural? Is that what they call it? But it's like actually intergender team tennis. Remember that? So I mean, sports commentator Stephen A. Smith / politician. He's very fiery about both, but not very factual about both. So, what's else?
It's an aberration when you find somebody like a Serena Williams serving 120 miles, 25 miles an hour. That's ordinary for Jokic or Jokovic. That's ordinary for Sinner. That's ordinary for Alcaraz. That was ordinary for Sampras, Agassi, and all of these guys. We got to stop this. We got to stop acting like somebody that's speaking up on behalf of girls, like a Sophie Cunningham, like a Riley Gaines, are scourges of the earth. You are Cheryl Reeve, the head coach of the Minnesota Lynx. That is an irresponsible thing to do. You are a coach for a female basketball team. Do you not think that the females are being screwed over if they have to compete against a individual born as a male? What are you talking about?
So Stephen A. gets it. Number 5. Complete chaos at the WNBA podium. Stephanie White's answer on men and women's sports just the beginning. Caitlin Clark never faced reporters after her triple-double.
I think there's always going to be outside noise, but I think we've been professionals long enough to know that if you let that affect you, then you're not really here for the right things. And so for us, we just keep the main thing, and that's hoops.
Hey, speaking of that outside noise, Sophie, your teammate, Sophie came out with
Oh, thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Dodged. Number 4. Angel Reese draws criticism after she claims not having a Barbie that looked like her when she grew up. Yeah, so Angel Reese basically said that she's basically trying to be a role model for young girls because she never had a black Barbie growing up. Barbie came out in the first black Barbie came out in 1965. Number 3. Dejounte Carrington's thread post shortly after getting ejected for committing a flagrant 2 on Sophie Cunningham. White privilege, hashtag, or at the Indiana Fever. So Dejounte, she got flagrant-2'd and kicked out of the game, and she really felt the what's the word? The racism. She really felt that. All because it's Sophie Cunningham, right? Oh, yeah. This is really going to bleed into the league. I mean, when you do a foul like this, when she fouls you like this, how could she be ejected? That's insane. I really cannot believe that image right there exists where Sophie Cunningham totally isn't in the same motion as if she was being kidnapped from behind, is in this stance, fouling you. This is such white privilege, and the league is disgusting, and they better reverse this ASAP. Yeah, Sophie, Come on. Get out of the way or something. Number 1. So after this whole Enos Cantor thing, Sophie Cunningham calls out the WNBA hypocrisy. She says they preach diversity and being inclusive, so what a great opportunity for them to actually be that. So she's really egging them on here. Here's what she says.
That article was written in February, and like I said, I still stand by what I said. I'll never go back on that. I think this is a great opportunity for the WNBA. They preach diversity and being inclusive, so what a great opportunity for them to actually be that. And so we don't always have to agree. We can still be kind. We can still thrive and be successful in the same area, and I think that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I have been doing.
What do you make of these?
She really just answers everything right, doesn't she? Well, leading to all of this controversy, the league this has been WNBA gossips, I guess, didn't like this, so they removed the conversation, which is very like a lot of other Reddit communities, such as, let me list some: Kill Tony, Jeff Dye, the Bad Friends podcast, everybody like that who doesn't want any type of negative opinion to appear on Reddit, because that's the closest they can do to monitoring rowdy people that tend to watch their show, either hate watch or watch regularly. So anyways, they deleted this. The league is currently meeting to review what a woman is, to change their rules potentially. That is what we call progress. This has been the show with Joe, and that has been the top stories this week. WNBA. Catch you later.
Luis Arise. It's